You catch a glimpse of it in the peripheral vision of your porch light, a pale silhouette against the darkness. A pointed snout sniffs the damp earth, while a hairless prehensile tail drags quietly behind its slower steps. Your immediate human instinct, heavily conditioned by generations of manicured lawn culture, is deep repulsion. You might think this quiet wanderer is a nuisance, a scavenging rodent, or a harbinger of urban disease, right? But you are looking at a phantom, an ancient survivor operating on a completely different biological frequency. If you rush out to chase this deeply misunderstood creature away, you are making a tragic ecological mistake. You are unknowingly evicting the most biologically advanced and silent guardian your backyard has ever possessed. You are stepping into a profound ecological negotiation, and right now, you are failing to read wild contracts. Let us pause and recalibrate our perception, stepping away from the chaotic hustle of our demanding daily lives. Tonight, we are going to observe the Virginia opossum, North America's only marsupial, through a mindful lens. Watch how it moves across your yard, not with the frantic, nervous energy of a squirrel or an angry wild raccoon. Its pacing is a masterclass in slow living, placing each paw with a deliberate, grounding connection to earth. This animal does not rush because it has survived for over 70 million years by mastering pure invisibility. When it stops and raises its nose to the wind, it is not merely smelling the air in the way that you or I might. It is utilizing a highly developed olfactory system to decode an invisible map of chemical signals left behind. It evaluates the safety of your garden, reading the energetic signature of your home via microscopic pheromones. People call them ugly because they do not possess the conventional aesthetics of a songbird or a majestic deer. But in the realm of evolutionary biology, what we perceive as ugliness is actually a tapestry of absolute grace. Consider that sparse, wiry fur and the dark, seemingly empty eyes that reflect the ambient glow of porch lights. Those eyes are optimized for almost total darkness, allowing them to navigate a world completely hidden from us. But the true magic of this incredible creature lies beneath its skin, hidden within a complex biological fortress. If you live near wooded areas, your yard is likely a battlefield for microscopic threats, notably the deer tick. These tiny arachnids, scientifically known as Ixodes scapularis, are primary vectors for terrible Lyme disease. You might spray toxic chemicals or avoid your own grass, feeling like an alien in the very sanctuary you bought. Yet, the opossum is a walking, breathing vacuum cleaner for these dangerous parasites, working silently in dark. Due to an obsessive grooming habit, a single opossum will locate and consume up to 5,000 ticks a season. They carefully comb through their fur, ensuring that these disease-carrying pests never have a chance to strike. When you see this beautiful animal near your patio, it is actively purifying the environment where your kids play. But their immunological superpowers extend far beyond tick eradication, entering the realm of biochemical magic. The opossum possesses a miraculous peptide sequence in its blood called lethal toxin neutralizing factor, truly. This incredible macromolecule renders them virtually immune to the venom of rattlesnakes, copperheads, and more. Scientists have observed that when bitten by a deadly viper, the opossum simply metabolizes the venom without harm. They can actually hunt and consume venomous snakes, acting as a crucial buffer between dangerous apex predators. There is another pervasive myth that causes immense fear: the belief that opossums are rampant rabies carriers. This fear is entirely unfounded, rooted in a fundamental misunderstanding of their unique mammalian physiologies. Unlike most mammals, the opossum maintains an unusually low internal body temperature, hovering around 984. This incredibly low thermal baseline creates an exceedingly hostile environment for the rabies virus to survive. It is nearly impossible for an opossum to contract or transmit rabies, making them infinitely safer than strays. If the bluff fails and they are pushed into a state of absolute, overwhelming terror, they perform a famous act. They play possum. But this is not a conscious trick or a clever deception orchestrated by a calculating wild pet. It is a biological phenomenon known as thanatosis, an involuntary comatose state triggered by the nervous system. Their brain is flooded with a paralytic chemical cocktail. Their heart rate drops to a barely detectable whisper. Their breaths become entirely shallow, and their anal glands secrete foul-smelling fluid mimicking true corpses. In this specific state, they are completely unconscious, trapped in a physiological nightmare of extreme stress. They can remain in this catatonic state for hours, completely at the mercy of the predator triggering the fear. The paradigm shift. Knowing this scientific truth changes everything about how we perceive their presence in our manicured landscapes. It demands a huge shift in our consciousness, asking us to replace our knee-jerk disgust with a profound empathy. Think about the immense vulnerability required for a mother opossum to navigate this dangerous human-built world. She carries up to 13 underdeveloped neonates in her marsupial pouch, each the size of a tiny wild honeybee. When you let her pass through your yard unbothered, you are participating in an ancient act of pure natural grace. You acknowledge that your property is not a sterile, isolated fortress, but a living part of a vast, wild ecosystem. The presence of this silent wanderer proves something incredibly special and deeply personal about your environment. It means your yard lacks the toxic chemical saturation and hyper-aggressive energy that repels sensitive wildlife. Wild animals are the ultimate judges of character, and the most discerning critics of the habitats they visit, often. The opossum has assessed the subtle vibrations of your home and decided it is a safe harbor in this chaotic world. This is a profound compliment, a clear validation that you are cultivating a space of pure peace and slow living. In our modern culture of endless hustle, glaring screens, and constant noise, we have lost our quiet connections. We have forgotten how to sit quietly in the dark and appreciate the unassuming heroes that share our environments. By honoring the opossum, we practice the art of seeing beyond the superficial, recognizing the sacred in the mundane. Next time you happen to see that pale silhouette moving gracefully across your lawn under the light of a full moon, do not tap on the glass, do not shine a harsh flashlight, and absolutely do not let the dogs out to chase it away. Instead, pour yourself a warm cup of herbal tea, turn off all the interior lights, and simply stand by the window. Watch the way it navigates the shadows, an ancient spirit performing its silent, purifying duties under the stars. Allow its slow, deliberate pacing to sync with your own human heartbeat, letting the anxieties of your day melt. Feel the deep privilege of witnessing a creature that outlived the dinosaurs right in your own humble backyards. This is the ultimate form of nature therapy, a free and powerful meditation available to anyone who will observe. Tomorrow morning, when you step outside and notice that the pest population has miraculously diminished far away. When you walk barefoot in the grass without the overwhelming fear of tick bites or the threat of venomous snakes. Remember the silent, misunderstood guardian that worked the night shift while you were safely asleep in your bed? If you want to continue uncovering profound psychological and biological secrets of creatures visiting your homes,